What's up, you guys? Fico here. It's been a very long time, and believe me, I've got a bit of a back order here when it comes to stuff. I'll explain. I have a video that's coming up as well to explain my absence, but I figured I have not wasted any more time with my absence and just give you guys sort of like an update. And first of all, let me explain. I have talked about this before, and the reason I'm talking about it again is because something new has come to my attention and has brought probably what could be considered to be the most engagement that I've seen in my Facebook page. And I'm very happy about that because I'm seeing both arguments from both sides, and one person called me an idiot. And I do admit I did get something wrong, so I will address that part in a bit. But second of all, it's because my opinions really haven't changed much after this over time, especially since I've been getting a lot more involved with YouTube's shadiness, with YouTube's problems, specifically with the copyright stuff. And I heard that they were doing things to improve them. I haven't read into what they're actually doing. I feel I should have, but for now, I'm here to talk about Nintendo, a company that has a console announcement coming up on E3 this year. Although I am now hearing that probably is not a lot's going to be happening. I think that they're going to delay the Zelda game. I may be mistaken. This is old news, but they're definitely reserving this year to talk about their future. Obviously, the Wii U was not a success. I've already explained my issues with Nintendo's copyright problems, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today again. My problems with them, with their Nintendo Creators Program, with their content ID abuse, with their just overprotection of their IPs. My friend Matt and me have gotten into not arguments, they're discussions. Matt and me, Matt is a really cool person. He introduced me to Lucha Underground as well. So I'm watching Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground is amazing. So if you don't know what Lucha Underground is, go watch Lucha Underground now because it is amazing. If you want good storytelling with really good wrestling, go watch Lucha Underground. It will blow your mind. And if you like Lucha Libre and you like cruiserweights and you like masked fighters, go watch Lucha Underground. But anyway, Matt and I have always been sort of like at odds with. I mean, he seems to be in favor of Nintendo's practices because Nintendo's properties and their IP, and they can do whatever they want. And if they don't want people to do anything with their IP, well then don't. Just don't do anything with our IP, or we'll just take it down. But unfortunately, with me, I tend to lean more towards this is doing harm to them. This is doing irreparable damage, in my opinion. Everybody now associates Nintendo with their inability to just allow people to just use their content. I mean, it's not hurting Nintendo in the slightest. All the monies that they're making from selling the games, it's not going to the YouTube creators. I mean, the YouTube creators are getting money for the ads and the views. That's it. But him and I don't see eye to eye. But we're cool. And that's what friends do. We have agreements and disagreements, and that's cool. I'm gonna go tomorrow to his house to watch Extreme Rules and laugh at everything that happens. But anyway, today I read an article by Gamenesia about how the Wii U version of Minecraft that was ported by created the port. It was 4J Studios. Apparently came up with some DLC. And it was called the Super Mario Mashup Pack, which includes new textures, 40 different character skins, 15 pieces of music from the classic Super Mario 64, and a massive pre-made Mario World to explore. This is all coming from Gamenesia. And that's really cool. I mean, Nintendo and Minecraft. I mean, we've seen Nintendo, I'm probably sure somewhere has already done a Mario-themed world based in Minecraft. But sadly, Nintendo didn't take long to strike people down. I'm already getting reports of copyright strikes that are being filed against people who upload the Super Mario mashup videos to YouTube. And look at this. This is actually funny. This is a post from 4J Studios. Remember, I said they were the developers of this game, the port of Minecraft to be passed on to the Wii U. They were assured by Nintendo that this would not happen. It says, we're hearing reports of copyright strikes on Super Mario mashup videos. We were assured this wouldn't happen. Following up with Nintendo. And this was posted about 2 days ago at 4 a.m. in the morning. So this isn't new. This has been happening for just a few days. And sadly, Nintendo is still taking them down. And I think it has a lot to do with... I don't know whether these copyright strikes were directly posted by Nintendo, or maybe it's just the Content ID system that's recognizing the sound effects, and because that's what it is. I mean, it takes all that metadata, the sound effects, names, and music, and that's how the Content ID system gets you. But apparently these are copyright strikes, according to what 4J is saying. So I don't understand. If they were assured that this wasn't going to happen, then why is it happening? And Minecraft has been a game, it's an open sandbox. It doesn't specifically have an objective like a beginning and end. More like this is like a place where you sort of just create what you want. And you just make the world the way you want. And Nintendo felt, hey, you know what? We're late to the party, but let's get in. Let's get into Minecraft. And we're not just going to get into Minecraft. We're going to offer people stuff that they can just enjoy to make their world. But apparently in Nintendo's world, they don't want you to share the experiences with anyone. Because according to them, that insults their property. Now, I have always been against this. I've always been one for fair use. And to me, I'm going to make this short because I felt I've already explained this in future videos, and my stance, this is more like a refreshment of the stance. I do not tolerate Nintendo's behavior towards this. This is making them look bad. This is making them look more like the copyright Nazis that people think they are. I personally think I agree with my friend Matt, in terms of Nintendo protecting their properties. It's their property, and they can do whatever they want with their property. But I always tell Matt that, look, they may own the property, but Nintendo doesn't own the video that you're making. Nintendo doesn't own the footage that you recorded. Nintendo doesn't own what you do with their game. I mean that you're playing their game and you're explaining people how the game works, and you're showing people the things that you've done with their version of Minecraft. But apparently you want to show people what you're doing with the Mario mashup pack that you've done. But apparently you can't do that, because Nintendo is very overprotective. They're so protective that it's to a fault. I akin to this almost to like a parent overprotecting the kid. I know, and people know around them, that he or she is doing what's best for the child, but eventually you're going to end up looking like the bad guy because you're overprotecting them. It's cool. It's funny because I've gotten so many messages, including one comparing, doing this along the lines of, an analogy with borrowing a car, and then letting people borrow my car, and they didn't tell me that they were going to sell it. It's a very interesting analogy, and I mean, acknowledge that as a really good analogy. But to me, here's my bottom line. Look, Nintendo owns the IP. Nintendo, it's hands down. And I am not against people selling Nintendo's products, claiming it's their products. But that's not what these creators are doing. People that are playing this game and Mario Maker, they're keeping this console relevant. They're the ones that are making people see, oh, people still play Nintendo? Nintendo's still a thing? This is an age of the internet, and in the age of the internet, people want to see things now before they buy. People used to count on magazine articles and sometimes a commercial here or two. Now people get to actually, they have the privilege to seeing a game and the coverage of a game as the game's being made. We're lucky that we live in a time where we see these things. And you know what? Games being as expensive as they are, we want more security in our purchases. But Nintendo sees these videos not as free advertising, not as product awareness, not as fans loving their properties and just want to show people how they are using their properties and showing their fandom. They see this as a crime, and they hand out a punishment before they hear you out. And that's what YouTube's copyright system is. It accuses you of being... Actually, it doesn't even accuse you. It just finds you guilty from the moment that they file that strike. And then you have to later explain why you're not guilty. The system doesn't care. You're already guilty in its eyes. So I don't know what those changes were for the copyright system, but I sure as heck hope that it improves this sort of thing. And as for Nintendo, all I have to say is Nintendo could definitely benefit from the positive coverage, because this isn't positive in my eyes. This is more them digging their grave deeper. They want, I mean, what's going to happen when the NX comes out? Are they going to just deny people from showing the NX on YouTube? The Nintendo fans have to be a part of their corrupt Nintendo creators program. Nintendo will take a cut, YouTube will take a cut, and leave you with scraps so that you have the privilege of showing their IPs. No, it's covered by fair use. Nintendo should not be doing this. But you know what? If Nintendo wants to keep these practices going, they could do it. And guess what? They buried themselves with this when they needed to sell Nintendo WiiUs. They're going to continue to do this. I don't see this NX popping up to get bought by a lot of people, because I wouldn't blame people for not doing this. They'd be too afraid. Nintendo would just claim the video, and all of a sudden all that hard work you put is gone. Now, that's pretty much all I have to say. I do hope that Nintendo gets back to 4J Studios and explains to them. Hopefully this is all just a mix-up. Maybe Nintendo didn't mean to file these copyright strikes. Maybe they lied to 4J Studios. I don't know. I want to keep this up, and if anything, I'll just post in the page and with any updates. But until then, I do want to hear what you guys think also down below in the comments. I'm going to leave my Facebook page link down below so you can join the discussion where I posted the GameNesia.com article and share your opinions, your thoughts. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to, and share your video with your friends and family and relatives and pets. Pets appreciate these videos too. They learn a little bit too. So as always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Fico, and that was my gaming mind. Take care, everybody.